get a drink away from the house, away from all this. I mean, that could be kind of boring, right?
Could it be dreadfully boring?
Okay. So I could ask Hannah to take the kids one night, and you and I could get a boring old drink, a boring old pub, and see where that takes us.
Yeah, I live above that pub, right? But I told you that already, didn't I? I got a little flat right above that boring little pub.
I feel like the scene hasn't quite taken its shape. Like, it doesn't feel to me like you guys have got a clear idea how the scene moves. Like, as far as, like, what is the arc of your path in this? What is the pathway of you guys in this scene? Like, is it Augie, you're coming on too strong? Is that what your conflict is, and you're sort of trying to kind of contain it and stay calm? And, you know, she's the most beautiful thing in the world, and you can't help yourself, but you got stars in your eyes, and you're nervous, and all those things. Is that what's going on with you, Augie? And are you kind of like, you know, Gianna, are you kind of going, well, I am totally like head over heels, or is it kind of like, I got to just take this slow because you're coming on really strong? Which is it?
At the beginning, I'm not trying to give her too much of like a, okay, yes, I'm into, because I haven't seen her now in a week. And like, she kind of dropped a lot on, like, you know what I mean? So I don't think it's like, I think in the beginning, there's like some hesitation. Like, I'm trying not to give in. And then like, she's convincing me, and she's like, let's go for a drink. And I'm like, okay, like, I'll give her a chance. I think that's.
So it sounds to me like this is just basically a date scene. You know, it's a couple scene where they get to know each other. It's the beginning of a budding relationship. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And we like these two together. Do we want them to be together?
Yes.
Okay, so your protagonist is that. The audience is rooting for this relationship. And so I think the main thing that both of you have to deal with is looking foolish. You know, and the kind of thing that happens on, you know, early datings, you know, early dates with, you know, what could be the one, and how uncomfortable that makes you, you know, of blowing it, you know, and figure out that was the other thing I wrote down. You guys have to both figure out what each flaw is that you have. Not physical, but like, what is your flaw emotionally and mentally? Like, how do you blow it in relationships in the past? I think both of you are two together right now. You know, you're too normal. You're too like, you know, this is like a relationship that's been in, you know, that's gone on a little while. It doesn't feel fresh, like we all have only kissed once and I haven't seen you in a week, and I wonder if this person still likes me, and I wonder if I'm coming on, did I scare her away? And, you know, maybe it was just a thing, or maybe it wasn't, or, you know, I mean, it's like that whole unpredictability of both of you kind of not knowing where you stand. And aside from the fact that, you know, Gianna, if everybody has left you all the time, well, of course, your guard's going to be up, because of course she's going to leave you. So what's the point? You know, what's the point of investing in a relationship when the girl's going to leave me anyway? So your guard is up. And, you know, Augie, what is it like to deal with somebody, you know, from, you know, your perspective, that has her guard up and won't open up? And, you know, you probably have to figure out, well, how do I know because if I come on too strong, it may scare her away. And, you know, and if I don't come on enough, then it may not even be enough of a fight, and she'll think I don't care. So isn't that part of the conflict that you have in dating all the time anyway? You know, not looking foolish and kind of bumbling and looking stupid, and, you know, spilling shit and saying dumb things, and, you know, and there was those fireworks are what you need to bring.
Okay.
of new, you're telling me that the audience likes this relationship, so we're rooting for these two to be together, then it has to have new love. You know, that sparks everywhere. Like I can feel the heat coming through my camera. You know, that's how much, you know, heat there should be between the two of you, in addition to everything else I discussed.
You're tiptoeing around the kitchen, making awful coffee by yourself, just to say hi at 6 in the morning for no particular reason. Poppins. You flirt.
Okay, fine. I didn't like the way we left things.
How do we leave it?
Wrong. And I wanted to start doing something right. So I thought I'd start with coffee.
You sure about that? Because every time I think you might be sure, you've got this irritating habit of just, you know, jumping back like you've just seen a scary bug. I mean, maybe that's best. I mean, I like you, but I also like my life the way it is. Nice and boring.
Yeah. I want to disrupt that. Gotta keep things proper boring, haven't we? Look, there's a pub in Bly, right?
There is.
Would you want to get a drink? Away from the house, away from all this. I mean, that could be kind of boring, right?
It could be dreadfully boring.
Okay, so I could ask Hannah to take the kids one night, and you and I could go get a boring old drink, boring old pub, and see where that takes us.
You know, I live above that pub, right? I told you that already, didn't I? Yeah, I got a little flat right above that boring little pub.
You guys, that was so awesome. Very good. I loved it. I loved it. It was terrific. It was just so, like, honest. You guys must have rehearsed it.
We did.
We did.
It's obvious. So obvious.
I was very nervous.
I mean, there was this one moment that you guys both played so well, which was I was like, okay, where's the thing? Where's the electricity? Where's the flirting? And when you go proper boring, you know, you have to be proper boring. And that was awesome. And then watching your reaction to that you just like got flushed from that, Gianna. You know, that she was kind of messing with you, and it was so clear that there was like a connection.